The Chicago Bears didn't have many picks to work with in the 2024 NFL draft, but Ryan Poles made sure he, did his normal thing and made some interesting selections, to say the least. One of them being Tory Taylor. We're going to take a look at what went into that pick and dive a little bit into Tory Taylor's background right after this.
Down or lay down and get smacked with the pole.
By this time, everybody on that roster should know what it means to beat the Packers. It's simple.
Oh, if I was a coach, Justin Fields would have been balling from day one.
Welcome back to another episode of the Black Bear Podcast. Right now, we are in the Chicago Bears Rookie Report. Hit that like button if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing. Subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. You have to add the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. So today we're going to look at fourth round pick Tory Taylor of the Chicago Bears. He was fourth round pick, number 122 overall. This pick by Ryan Poles. Look, Ryan Poles been doing his thing all off season. In the draft, I think he snapped just like he was doing in free agency. But this punter, Tory Taylor out of Iowa, it puzzled a lot of Bears fans. A lot of Bears fans was confused, not just Bears fans, but national media, local media. They wondered what made Ryan Poles take a punter in the fourth round. And before I give my opinion on the pick, let's just hear what Ryan Poles had to say about drafting a punter in the fourth round.
Okay, let's talk about Tory Taylor. Ty was going to ask about him, but since you brought him up, I will. He's big. He's big dude. At Iowa, he was like winning them games. Like
best player.
Yeah, legit. He was. They were trying to put him in the Heisman conversation as a punter, which is obviously incredibly abnormal. But there's some games you watch, it's like, well, he just pinned 6 times inside the 5, and the Iowa defense is the biggest weapon for him. He was clearly number 1 punter on the board. At what point, whenever you decide to pull the trigger on him, do you think it's too early for a punter, too late for a punter? How did you kind of go into making the decision to bring Tory to Chicago?
Yeah, I didn't expect him to get much further. Definitely didn't think I'd be able to pick him up when we got to the 5th round. And really the thought process there is to make anyone we're playing really uncomfortable. I didn't play much in the NFL, but I know running onto the field and having the ball spotted inside the 10-yard line is a very uncomfortable feeling. It's disheartening at times. And I love taking advantage of field positions, and really that should help us with points as well. So I think it's going to add to our team and again, make it uncomfortable and difficult for any team we're going against.
There you have it. That's Ryan Poles, his explanation, reasoning, if you will, for drafting a punter, not just, let's just say a punter in the 4th round with all the Bears' needs and the holes that we have on this team. Well, Ryan Poles said, look, I want to make teams uncomfortable. Y'all heard him. I know how it feels to walk out there with the offense and having to start at your own 5-yard line, having to start within your own 10, your own even 15-yard line. So he want to make teams uncomfortable. He want to make young quarterbacks uncomfortable. He want to make any quarterback for that matter uncomfortable. But Tory Taylor, let's get into some of his accolades and some of his reputation. Tory Taylor he won a Ray Guy Award. He was the best. For those who don't know what the Ray Guy Award, he was the best punter in all of college football. So he's an Australian native. Like I said, he won the Ray Guy Award in 2023 as the nation's best punter. He set an NCAA record, single season record for punting yards. Now, the Iowa Hawkeyes weren't that good of a team. The offense struggled. So, I mean, by him setting that record, it's a good job to him, but also it shines a dim light on the Iowa offense. But still, he broke records there. He was a first team All-American, obviously. He punted the ball 93 times, Tory Taylor, and 2023. Out of those 93 times, 32 of those punts were inside the 20. Look, a lot of people don't think special teams is an afterthought. Well, you see what's going on with the NFL right now. The kickoff rules are different. Now you go into this new kickoff rule. If you don't know what that is, search through the channel. We break that down and what the new kickoff rules will be for the NFL for the upcoming season. But Tory Taylor, look, they're putting a huge emphasis on special teams, regardless if it's kickoff, kick return, punt return. Tory Taylor's a dog. He was the best punter. And look, let's face it, Trent Gill was not good. The Chicago Bears were one of the worst teams in terms of punting in the league last year. And we got a rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. So just imagine Tory Taylor pinning these dudes inside their own 10, inside their own 15-yard line, almost guaranteed to walk away with a punt. With our defense, the team's gonna do a 3-and-out, most likely. There are numbers out there that support the case that if you start at your own 20, even 25-yard line, your odds, and this goes without saying, your odds increase drastically just starting at your own 40-yard line with getting points, your own 30-yard line with getting points. So if the Bears can pin dudes deep, like, look, this is a punter. He's 6'4". Tory Taylor, 6'4", 223 pounds. This is a big dude. And field position is so important in the game of football. It makes life easy on the defense, the offense. So I think some people who don't like the pick should put some respect on it, because the way that the Chicago Bears are talking about this dude, this kid, he's a weapon. He's going to be a weapon. And I know a lot of y'all heard when the Chicago Bears drafted him, Caleb Williams sent him a text message and he said, he told him, hey, you're not gonna have to punt too many times this season. Basically, not verbatim. He didn't say that verbatim, but that's basically what he told him. You're not gonna be punting that much. We're not gonna be 3-and-outs and all that stuff that the Chicago Bears and Chicago Bears fans are used to seeing from this team. So I'm excited about this pick. I love this Tory Taylor pick. We didn't have many picks to begin with, so why not go take the best punter in the league? And as y'all heard Ryan Poles out of his own mouth, he didn't think he was going to last past the 4th round. And, we ended up trading back into the draft, but Ryan Poles didn't believe he would fall to the 5th round. So he went ahead and took him. Trent Gill was released. He was waived by the team. I don't know if y'all know about that, but if you don't, you heard it here. Trent Gill is no longer with the team. So, hey, let's welcome Tory Taylor, the punt god, to Chicago. And hopefully he can pin some dudes, pin some teams inside their own 15, inside their own 20. Is going. I'm telling you. In my opinion, this pick is sneakily one of the most important picks Ryan Poles has made. This pickups this offseason, that's with free agency and during the draft. I really like this pick. I think Tory Taylor he will be a household name, and we'll learn to love him in Chicago. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Black Bear Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Robb. You can tune in to the channel every Saturday. We will be live every Saturday, breaking down all things Chicago Bears from the previous week and just talking Chicago Bears and kicking it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I'm out of here.